What if I told you you never had original thought? Everything you saw, you heard, or you're taught by someone else. So where does originality even come from? Most thoughts don't start as creation, they start as recognition. Experiences activate something already stored in you. Before you can think anything new, you have to connect it to something you already know. Thinking isn't starting from zero, it's retrieval first. The brain isn't built for originality, it's built for survival. And survival depends on pattern recognition. If something feels familiar, it feels safer. If it feels unfamiliar, it feels uncertain. So if the brain doesn't reward originality, it rewards familiarity. Everything gets filtered before you even realize you're thinking it. So not every idea survives. Most don't. If something feels too unfamiliar, it gets rejected. If it's too familiar, it gets ignored. So what survives in a narrow middle? Familiar enough to understand, different enough to feel new. That's not creation, that's selection. So maybe originality was never about creating something from nothing, because nothing really starts from zero. Everything is built on what came before it. But things still change, not because they're completely new, but because they're slightly different. And over time, those differences stack up until it feels like something new. The ideas that survive don't just exist. They repeat, they spread, and they get reused. And repetition removes unfamiliarity. Over time, what once felt new starts to feel normal. And once something feels normal, it stops feeling like it was ever new at all. And once something becomes normal, we forget what it took to even get there. The rejection disappears, the uncertainty disappears, the resistance disappears. All we see is the result. This is just how things are. So we confuse outcome with originality. So I started looking at myself differently, not as something original, but as something built. Everything about me comes from somewhere. Not copied directly, but shaped through exposure. The way I think, the way I speak, the way I create. Shit, even the way I'm dressed right now. All of it is built from things I've absorbed over time. I don't even think I chose most of what makes me, I just inherited it. So if I'm made of all that, then where does me actually begin? If something is deemed as weird, it gets rejected. Not because it's bad, but because it doesn't fit what the system can process. So what survives instead is something close enough to what already exists, with slight variation. Not pure originality, acceptable difference. So, baby, no one has ever had original thought, just different versions of the same ones. Even this video went through that same process. You started with something unfamiliar, a claim that didn't fully make sense yet. You tried to connect it to what you already know. You accepted some ideas, rejected others, and built an understanding over time. And now it feels clear. But that clarity didn't come from the explanation alone. It comes from going through the same system it described.